My name is Megan Esser, and I'm a registered holistic nutritionist and one of the owners at ITL Health. I'm very excited to share some things with you today, not only about ITL Health as a company, but about our formulas and some things that we've discovered along our journey. So a little bit about ITL Health for those of you who aren't familiar with us. We are proud to be a Canadian women-led company. All of our products are manufactured by us in order to afford us greater quality control. We've won 24 awards for our products and company in the last 4 years. We donate a portion of every product sold to charity, and we are a top-selling brand in Ireland and the UK. So this begs the question that we always get. If we're a Canadian company, why did we start in Europe and only launch in Canada this year? The short answer to this question is that our company originally launched as the European distributor of Natural Calm. In 2014, the company that made Natural Calm decided to stop selling to us. In order to keep our market share, we received their blessing to make our own similar product to sell, and Mag 365 was born. Now, there are several reasons why we are only just now bringing our product to the Canadian market, and it's too much to get into during this talk, but I'm always happy to share our full story. So if you're interested, please head to our website at itlhealth.ca and contact us to set up a Zoom call where we can get to know each other a little bit better. So some things you can always expect from our products. They're free from common allergens, they're vegan friendly, they're made in small batches with premium ingredients. They are all research-based, highly absorbable, affordable, and 100% pure with no fillers, excipients, or flow agents. So why magnesium? Magnesium is foundational to good health. It's responsible for 80% of biochemical reactions in the body, and it's very hard to achieve optimal health if you're deficient. In Canada, magnesium is one of the least consumed nutrients in people's diets, which translates into a high deficiency rate. We want to help correct this deficiency, and being a leader in well-absorbed magnesium supplements is the best way we can see doing that. So at ITL Health, we have 3 product lines: Mag 365, Prismag, and Vital by ITL Health. Our flagship product is Mag 365 Ionic Magnesium Citrate Powder. Many customers are likely familiar with this form of magnesium, and one key benefit of ours is that it's Canadian made, which helps keep money in our local economy. As a part of our Mag 365 line, we also have Mag 365 BF. BF stands for bone formula, but many of our customers have nicknamed it Best Friend because it helps them so much with their sleep and their moods. Mag 365 BF provides the same daily dose of ionic magnesium citrate that the green tubs do, but it also offers specific cofactors to help promote bone health, hormone health, heart health, and immune health. And lastly, we have Mag 365 Kids, which also contains the same daily dose of Mag 365, plus cofactors for proper growth, concentration, immune health, and stress and sleep support. Our next line is Prismag, our pure magnesium bisglycinate capsules. We made Prismag in response to market demand for Mag 365 in a capsule. However, anything other than powder form wouldn't have the same absorption rate. We knew that magnesium bisglycinate was a well-absorbed form, but we also noticed many discrepancies in different magnesium bisglycinate products on the market. So we set to work researching the reasons behind these discrepancies so that we could make the best product available. In this line, we also offer Prismag Plus, which is formulated with additional K2 and D3 to promote proper bone health and heart health. Our last line is Vital by ITL Health. At this time, we only have 1 product in this line, but we do have more products in the development stage. This line focuses on synergistic nutrient formulas for optimal absorption, as we know that many nutrients require cofactors for proper absorption in the body. Our vitamin D Plus offers a blend of magnesium and vitamins D, K2, and B12, as these nutrients are all shown to work in tandem for proper utilization and immune support. So what sets Mag 365 apart? Our Mag 365 is an ionic magnesium citrate formula, and this is what makes the supplement so absorbable. As you add water, the 2 ingredients, citric acid from non-GMO sugar beets and magnesium carbonate, cause a fizz. This fizz is the reaction of the carbonate dispersing and then the magnesium binding to the citric acid, which turns it into ionic magnesium citrate. Now, this form is much more absorbable than a standard magnesium citrate tablet. This is not only because the magnesium to carrier ratio is better than it would be if it was just a tablet, but also because ionic essentially means that it's activated before you take it. So it's basically pre-digested in the glass so that your body can go straight to work using it when you take it. We offer Mag 365 in 3 flavors: natural, exotic lemon, and passion fruit. Our flavors have been described as mild. They are sweetened with steviol glycosides, which is the sweet part of the stevia plant, but removes that strong syrupy flavor that many of us dislike about stevia. We also have a high content of elemental magnesium per serving. Mag 365 won a Best Stress Relief Award as voted by readers of UK magazine Your Healthy Living. We all know how important magnesium is for the adrenals and nervous system. And current research shows that when we're stressed, we use more magnesium, but that when we're low in magnesium, we can't cope well with stress. And this leads to a very vicious cycle for people. Because magnesium helps to relieve stress, and because ours absorbs so well, our users notice a major difference in how their bodies handle stress, which often translates to better sleep. We loved this review on our website. I've been on the supplement for years. It's made such a difference in my anxiety and sleep. I was told to take magnesium, but it wasn't working for me. It turns out that's just because I wasn't taking a quality supplement. Mag 365 fits the bill perfectly. So Mag 365 BF was the first bone formula on the market that didn't contain calcium. It contains a full daily dose of ionic magnesium citrate, plus vitamins B6, C, D, and K2, as well as potassium, zinc, and boron. So why create a bone formula that doesn't contain calcium? Well, there's a lot of misinformation about calcium and bone health. Calcium supplements are often recommended for women over the age of 40 in order to help maintain strong bones. You've likely dealt with customers who are concerned about what's known as the calcium paradox. The calcium paradox is when we do not have enough calcium in our skeleton, but we have too much calcium in our soft tissues, leading to 2 major issues: osteoporosis and heart disease. So in 2010, a study found that women who took calcium supplements had a 30% higher risk of cardiovascular disease. More research studies began to show that calcium supplements might raise the risk for heart disease and can be connected with accelerated deposits of calcium in blood vessel walls and soft tissues. These deposits can lead to many problems, ranging from atherosclerosis to cataracts, bone spurs, kidney stones, and other issues, which all result from calcium buildup. So this information, combined with further studies showing that countries with a greater intake of dairy products did not have a lower risk of osteoporosis and bone fracture, suggested that calcium supplements may not be the solution that we thought they were. Of course, we all know that calcium is essential for bone health, as 99% of it is found in our bones. But obviously there were a few missing pieces to the bone health puzzle. One of these missing pieces was that many health food stores recommended that their customers take calcium alongside magnesium in a specific ratio. Now, we all know that magnesium is a contributing factor to bone health and that magnesium and calcium work together in many ways in the body. So while it's correct to take them together, it was recommended to take them in a 2-to-1 ratio. This 2-to-1 ratio was first suggested by French researcher Jean Durlach. Unfortunately, his recommendations have been widely misunderstood. Durlach suggested that one's calcium intake from all sources, including food, water, and supplements, should not exceed one's total magnesium intake by more than 2 parts calcium to 1 part magnesium by weight. So many people supplemented in this range, failing to realize how much calcium they were getting in their diets and how little magnesium they were consuming. It also wasn't clear to many people that this was his recommendation of the maximum ratio, not the minimum. Magnesium is depleted in food, and not only is calcium more abundant in our food, but our body will recycle calcium for later use. In contrast, unused magnesium is flushed out of the system. For all of these reasons, calcium's total availability to our body is greater than magnesium's total availability. And because of this, many people were exceeding this recommended maximum ratio of 2:1. So the other problem was that people were not taking the proper cofactors alongside their calcium. Health professionals began to realize that vitamin D should be taken with calcium as well, which was a step in the right direction because calcium definitely needs vitamin D for proper absorption. However, vitamin D doesn't prevent calcium buildup and can even make it worse in some circumstances. So this is why we need vitamin K2. One key factor in bone health and the potential for calcium to cause poor heart health is vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 activates two proteins, osteocalcin, which directs calcium into the bones and teeth, and matrix GLA protein, which helps to remove calcium out of the soft tissues. So any bone formula worth taking should have vitamin K2 in it. However, if vitamin K2 is not double microencapsulated, it might not be worth paying for. Vitamin K2 degrades in the presence of magnesium, calcium, and other organic alkaline substances. In fact, the amount of K2 found in most supplements that contain these substances won't match the label claim within 1 month of production because the K2 will have degraded by that point. And if you look at this chart, by the time 1 year ends, the K2 is almost non-existent. All of our products use a double microencapsulated vitamin K2. Now this form that we purchase comes at a 5 to 10 times higher cost, but it's important for us to follow our ethos of creating supplements that work. And because affordability is also one of our core values, we don't pass this cost on to our customers. And we're proud that our third-party testing shows that we still make label at the end of expiry. So as you can see by this infographic, the nutrients that work together for proper bone health are complex. Although magnesium, calcium, vitamins D and K2 seem to be the main players, there are more side players. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis and bone matrix quality. Zinc is required for normal skeletal growth, bone homeostasis, and a factor in the promotion of bone regeneration. And boron plays a role in calcium metabolism, bone formation, and the function of steroid hormones. We created Mag 365 BF based on our research that many nutrients work together for proper bone health. It's available in 2 versions, one with calcium and one without calcium. Although our research showed that many people do actually get enough calcium from their diet, some people do have an increased need for calcium, and this product ensures that calcium is being directed into the right places while also offering many other cofactors to keep their bones strong. So if somebody comes into your store wanting to supplement with calcium, but you hesitate to sell it to them because of this information about calcium buildup, specifically in the arteries, you can safely recommend Mag 365 BF plus calcium, as you know that this formula strives to make sure this extra calcium is not collecting in their body. And rather than offering the 2:1 Cal-Mag ratio that is so misunderstood in the market, our BF calcium offers a 3:2 Mag to Cal ratio, as our research showed that this is a better ratio when we factor in the magnesium and calcium we get from our diet. Now, while we originally formulated this for proper bone health, this formula also may promote improved heart health, immune health, and hormone health. Many women in Ireland have caught on to this fact, leading us to win a Reader's Choice Award for Best Women's Supplement from Root Health magazine. We have a lot of women that have told us that this product is essential to them during menopause. So what essential nutrients are children missing from their diets? This is one question that guided us as we formulated Mag 365 Kids. Our Mag 365 Kids was formulated primarily for proper growth. Thanks to the research of Weston A. Price, we now know that K2 is an essential nutrient for children's proper skeletal and jaw development, as well as for healing cavities and reducing oral bacteria. So Price noticed that this nutrient, which he originally termed Activator X, was missing from children from modern diets and surmised that it could explain modern diseases. Since K2 is a product of fermentation, whether it's created as a microbial fermentation of grasses in a cow's digestive process, in the process of making certain cheeses, or in the fermenting of soybeans. All of these foods have been greatly reduced in the modern diet. Many cows are not pastured anymore, and we don't seem to focus on fermented foods as much as we have in the past. Children have a high need for K2 and often greatly lack this nutrient in their diet, which can lead to improper jaw formation and the need for tooth extraction and braces. Even more serious is that one factor in osteoporosis is how much bone mass you can accumulate by the time you're 20. So it's so important that growing children do not have any deficiency in vitamin K2. Many children's multivitamins either don't include vitamin K2 at all, or they don't include it in the microencapsulated form, which all of our products use. Our Mag 365 Kids is also formulated to help focus and concentration, as magnesium and vitamin B6 have both shown promise in studies seeking to improve ADHD symptoms. Preliminary research suggests that B6 and magnesium may also be beneficial for autism spectrum disorder. And of course, with nutrients like zinc and vitamin C and D, this formula can benefit a child's immune system, which is a definite bonus. And lastly, since magnesium is essential for children's proper sleep, circadian rhythm, and stress management as they navigate the changes of life, this is a wonderful supplement to recommend for anybody looking to help their kids. So after seeing Mag 365 become a top seller, it became apparent that we needed to offer a well-absorbed magnesium capsule into the mix. So how could we make a product that could become the best magnesium capsule the market had to offer? And this is how Prismag was born. Prismag contains pure, non-buffered magnesium bisglycinate. It does not have any fillers, excipients, or stearate, and all that you get in this capsule is pure magnesium bisglycinate. The absence of any flow agents comes with its manufacturing challenge, but we believe that the benefits of this capsule outweigh the difficulties. We use a Pullulan capsule in our Prismag product range, which is made from fermented tapioca starch. It is so easily dissolved that it is the closest thing to a powder form. Pullulan is vegan and registers low on the allergen scale. While the leading vegan capsule is HPMC, we know that HPMC is chemically manufactured and may affect the supplement's absorbability, so we chose to use the Pullulan capsule. So what does it mean to have non-buffered magnesium bisglycinate? As we mentioned, we focus on research and absorbability, so we didn't want to just order the first magnesium bisglycinate we could find. When we first started developing this product, we procured many samples and third-party lab tested them. Through this, we discovered that there are two forms of magnesium bisglycinate a company can purchase, buffered and non-buffered. So buffered magnesium bisglycinate is where magnesium oxide is found in the finished product. And non-buffered is where no magnesium oxide is found in the finished product. When we looked at how much non-buffered magnesium bisglycinate we could physically fit into a standard size capsule, we discovered it was between 80 to 120 milligrams. We also discovered that third-party testing would show that most companies claiming to have more than 80 milligrams didn't always contain that amount depending on the batch of raw materials they used. This is because non-buffered magnesium bisglycinate does have a range of elemental magnesium which can change depending on each batch. So we discovered that if a supplement was claiming to have any more than 120 milligrams of elemental magnesium, the only logical explanation was that it was buffered with magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide has a very small molecular size, so this means that more elemental magnesium can fit into the small space. However, studies show that only 4 to 5% of magnesium oxide is absorbed by the body. So if your customer purchases a magnesium bisglycinate that's buffered with oxide, it's likely that they might say, well, I tried magnesium, but it didn't help enough. But this would be because they weren't, in fact, absorbing as much magnesium as they thought they were. And of course, if they didn't absorb enough, they might not have got the results they wanted and wouldn't be coming back for a repurchase. So for all of these reasons, we chose to label Prismag as having 80 milligrams of non-buffered magnesium bisglycinate per capsule, as we feel it's important to ensure that we make every label with every single batch we test. And we are proud to say that we have achieved this goal in our third-party batch testing. The combination of a Polulon capsule, a non-buffered magnesium bisglycinate, and no fillers have led to a very effective product for stress and sleep, leading it to win Best Sleep Aid in Irish Magazine Rude Health Lockdown Awards. These awards were voted for during the first COVID lockdown, a time when stress was high and there was a lot of uncertainty about what we were up against. We introduced Prismag to an independent health food store in southwestern Ontario, and within 9 months it became the best-selling SKU in the entire store. When we asked them their secret, they said, "Having tried it ourselves, we knew how well it worked. So if somebody came in asking for help with sleep, we recommended Prismag, and if they wanted something for stress, we recommended Prismag." Once a customer tried it, they were hooked and would come in for multiple bottles at a time. As more research on vitamin D emerged, we began to ask ourselves, despite all this supplementation, why are people still having difficulty increasing and maintaining their vitamin D levels? The answer to this question was what led us to create Vitamin D+. This formula was partly based on a cohort study that saw positive COVID outcomes in patients that were given a blend of vitamin D, magnesium, and B12. We added K2 because we know how important it is to take it alongside vitamin D. We began to dive deeper into the research showing that vitamin D activation in the body is magnesium dependent. Vitamin D3 is biologically inactive and must undergo 2 conversions in the body in order to reach its active form called calcitriol. These 2 conversions take place in the liver and kidneys and rely on magnesium-dependent enzymes. Without sufficient magnesium, vitamin D remains stored in the liver and is therefore unused. It has been suggested that we might not be dealing with as much of a mass vitamin D deficiency that we thought we were, but also a magnesium deficiency. This information is really important for the general public to know, as they are often told to take vitamin D, especially since the COVID pandemic. However, without the knowledge that they need magnesium as well, they will not get the most out of their vitamin D and it will sit unused in the body. As the co-author of this research study stated, without magnesium, vitamin D is not really useful or safe. Through this research, we also found that we might not need as much vitamin D as we thought we did. We just need to have the right cofactors with it. In fact, the Irish Joint Committee on Health suggests a daily vitamin D supplementation of only 800 to 1,000 units for adults, while also suggesting a co-supplementation with magnesium. So it could be that for all these years, we thought we needed higher amounts of vitamin D to maintain our levels, but we really just need the right cofactors. Vitamin D Plus is designed to provide a daily dose of vitamin D plus the cofactors that will help with proper absorption for immune health. It uses the same pure magnesium bisglycinate that our Prismag line does, the same Polulon capsule, and the same microencapsulated K2. If a customer comes in for vitamin D, we feel it's very important that you ask them if they are taking a quality magnesium supplement as well. If they aren't, we recommend that you guide them toward vitamin D+, or sell them a magnesium supplement in conjunction with their vitamin D and tell them why it's so important. This not only leads to an extra sale for you, but it also helps the customer get more out of their vitamin D, which they should notice a marked benefit in their body. And of course, my suggestion would be to sell them one of ITL Health's magnesium products. Although we were confident in our formula when we released it, it's always nice to get customer confirmation. I have been supplementing with vitamin D3 for many years now, and I've probably tried nearly every brand on the market. But as a celiac, my absorption of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, have always been very low. I switched to vitamin D+, and my latest round of tests are now showing an increase in my vitamin D levels for the first time in years. Well done, ITL Health. You have a new fan. We can't tell you how excited we are to finally be selling our supplements on our home turf. We have already felt so welcome in this market and have had some excellent feedback from the stores that have begun carrying our product. Lebeau Excel is representing our brand, so your Lebeau rep can help you out with any questions you might have. And of course, we are always willing to answer any questions and meet with you if you so request. Don't hesitate to head to our website, itlhealth.ca, and use the Contact Us form to get in touch with us. Thank you again for your time in listening to this presentation, and we truly look forward to working with you this year.